Good morning, my dear students. Our lesson today, how to get the multiplicative inverse to any matrix 2 by 2. Multiplicative inverse 2 matrix 2 by 2. Any matrix 2 by 2 means the matrix contains 2 rows and 2 columns. If we have matrix A equals A, B, C, D, there's only one condition to get the inverse to this matrix. This condition, A times D minus B times C does not equal 0. This condition is very important to get the multiplicative inverse to any matrix 2 by 2. Now, how to get the multiplicative inverse? A equals AB, CD. A inverse, the rule equals 1 over AD minus BC, cross multiplication, and the original matrix will DA, you will replace D instead of A and A instead of D, and here you will change the sign negative B and C will be negative C. This is the rule to get the multiplicative inverse to any matrix 2 by 2. Now I'm going to give you an example. If you have matrix A equals -1, -2, 3, 4. Find A inverse, the multiplicative inverse to this matrix. The first step, the determinant of A equals -1 times 4 minus 3 times -2. Here -4 plus 6, the answer will be 2, does not equal 0. So you can get the inverse to this matrix easily by using the previous rule. 1 over the determinant of the matrix 2, and what about the original matrix? You can exchange the main diagonal for -1 and change the sign. The sign of -2 will be 2 and the sign of 3 will be -3. The last step, you can multiply 1 over 2 with all elements inside the matrix. 1 over 2 times 4, it will be 4 over 2, the answer will be 2. 1 over 2 times 2, 2 over 2, the answer will be 1. 1 over 2 times -3 will be -3 over 2. 1 over 2 times -1, the answer will be -1 over 2. This is the multiplicative inverse to the matrix was given. If you would like to be sure from your answer, you can multiply A times A inverse. It will give you I, the identity matrix 1, 0, 0, 1. If you would like to make sure from your answer, you can multiply the original matrix by the multiplicative inverse. It will give you the identity matrix. Example number 2. A equals 3, -2, -1 and 1. The first row 3 and -2, the second row -1, 1. This matrix, as you see, contains 2 rows and 2 columns. First, the determinant of matrix A, 3 times 1 minus -1 times -2. 3 times 1, 3. Here, -1 times -2 will give you 2. 3 minus 2, the answer will be 1. 1 does not equal 0, so you can easily get the multiplicative inverse to this matrix. The second step, 1 over the determinant of A, times, what about the original matrix? You can exchange the main diagonal, as I explained before. Here will be 1, here will be 3, and you can also change the other numbers. -2 will be 2, -1 will be 1. 1 over the determinant of A, 1 over 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. The multiplicative inverse will be 1 over 1 times 1, 1. Here 2, here 1, here 3. If you multiply the inverse of the matrix with A times A inverse, it will give you identity matrix 1, 0, 0, 1, as you know. The second part of this lesson